So I think we had completed till question number E in the previous class. Let's
Yes,
start
ma'am.
from question F. Yes, we need to start from question F.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there were many factors that led to the rise of nationalism in India. In light of this statement, answer the following questions. Okay. Number one is, in what way did the revolt of 1857 impact the rise of nationalism in India? This is very easy.
Ma'am,
We know that, see, wait, Vivan. We know that this particular revolt, that is revolt of 1857, was not a success, right? As compared to the Britishers won the battle. But although we lost the battle, but it created a lot of impact. All right. So how will you justify that it was revolt of 1857 which led to the rise of nationalism?
Ma'am, may I answer?
Yes, Vivan.
Ma'am, the impact of the revolt of 1857 was felt by almost all sections of the Indian society. Ma'am, but it took several decades to comprehend the true nature of the Britishers.
Yes.
Ma'am, to establish the link between the British policies and India's growing power.
Right. Along with that, we just read it in the previous class. I hope you remember where it said that the revolt, it was only the revolt which had developed the feeling of nationalism among the Indians, right? It was only after this revolt of 1857. Got this, everyone, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Vivan, can you sit in a place where there is no background noise? What changes did the Western education bring about in the traditional Indian outlook? Yeah, this, yes, here.
Yes, ma'am. The Western education and modern ideas brought the traditional outlook of the people as the new classes arose, and the people, many of them were educated in English language, and in course of time, many leaders had come forward and organizers of a national movement.
Okay, and what else? What was the change? See, they got educated. So what had happened? Yes.
Modern,
Ma'am, a new class arose. Ma'am, Indians were educated in English, small in number. But in course of time, they would produce national leaders.
National leaders. Yes. Here you wanted to say something, beta?
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
This answer only I gave, but then apart from it, modern ideas also rose, and then, ma'am, rational thinking and modern ideas with humanism, nationalism, and democracy transformed the traditional outlook of.
Correct. Yes, Raj. I could hear Raj's voice also. Where is he?
Ma'am, I want to add something to the
Yes,
answer.
add, please add, because it's for 4 marks.
Yes, ma'am. We can
Yes.
also say that along with all of the points that Hia and Vivan mentioned, the English language also gave a greater clarity of all the evils that the Britishers were doing to the Indians.
Correct. It exposed the Britishers in front of them, right? Because now they were connected with the outside world, and when they got connected with the outside world, they could communicate with them, and now they could realize that yes, this is how they are dominating us, right? It exposed them. Yes, it is. This particular point is there in your text itself.
Yes.
Somewhere on the top left page top.
And ma'am, it united the Indians.
Yes.
And the bondage of tradition also broke between the Indians. They got all united for building a strong India.
The social barriers which they had maintained, that broke. Yes. Okay. The English language acted as a link language among the Indians. Explain. I think we added that point also in the previous answer.
Yes. Ma'am, may I answer this?
Ma'am, you are freeze.
Ma'am, you are freeze.
Yes, Raj.
The English language, as many Indians were now educated and
Hmm.
knew how to speak in English, it became a common medium of education. So people
Right.
who didn't know the local language of a region, they could just communicate in English.
Yes, yes. And through English language, it becomes easier for the Indians to communicate with the outside world,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
main. The barrier, communication barrier, was removed because of this English language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. Anything else? Anybody would like to add?
Yes, ma'am. And that when they could communicate, they came to know that in this particular area what is happening, and in that particular area what is happening. Because first they knew only about their area's domination. Ma'am, you are
Ma'am,
again
can I add
freezed.
something?
You were freezed again, ma'am.
Ma'am, no, ma'am, can I add one point?
Yes, we are repeat.
Yes, ma'am. So I was just saying that by this communication, common medium of communication, the people of a particular area came to know what was going in the other area, because first, uh, when English language was not there,
Yes.
they didn't know what happened in the other
Yes.
part of the region.
Yes, yes. True, very true. Yes, Vivan, would you like to add anything to it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it
Yeah.
played a very important, vital role, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, in fostering the feelings of the unity among the educated Indians from the
Yes.
different parts of the different provinces and
Yes.
linguistic regions of the country.
Yes, yes, very good. Okay, so we got so many pointers, right? Please mark it. And all these points are from the text itself, okay? Whatever we are saying is from your textbook only. Just underline it, children. Let's
Yes,
go to the next page.
Yes, ma'am.
In the context of the causes of the rise of Indian nationalism, answer the following questions. Number one, how did the British administrative system indirectly create conditions favorable for the growth of the Indian nationalism? So, see, Britishers were improving their own administrative system so that they could run it smoothly. But how did it indirectly help the Indians?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, they helped by, ma'am, by supporting the Indians, ma'am. Ma'am, the Western education helped Indians to produce national leaders.
Hmm. Okay, so
National
it is
leaders of the
going, this
nation.
particular answer is going to have subheadings. Okay, now in terms of education, when they introduced education, education also helped them indirectly. Then they brought up transport and communication.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
remember?
Yes.
That also
Yes.
helped them indirectly. What else?
Ma'am, vernacular press and literature.
Yes.
Ma'am, then red discovery of India's glorious past.
Yes.
Can I add something?
Yes, please, Priyanshu.
Now we can also say that the Britishers had also transformed our India into a united whole under their rule. Then the government had introduced uniform and modern system of government throughout
Yes.
the provinces.
Yes.
And the third point is that they all applied uniform laws to all British subjects.
Yes, yes. So earlier India was fragmented into small territories. To
Yes.
make their administrative system smooth, what did the Britishers do? They united them. Now when these Indians got united, they exchanged the ideas and they came to know about, or they developed through that, the feeling of nationalism. Clear? Very good, Priyanshu. Very good. This answer was exact. All right. So we already got too many points for this particular question. Next question is, examine the role of modern transport and communication in fostering unity and nationalism among the people. How did modern transport and communication, see, they developed railways, they developed roads, they even developed postal and telegraph services, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can include all these points and you can elaborate your answer to justify that how transport and communication has helped them in fostering national spirit or nationalism. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Got the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next is, how did The rediscovery. Now here the point which Vivan you were telling would be included in this particular question. How did the rediscovery of India's glorious past prepare the ground for the growth of national spirit among the Indians? Yes, here.
Yes, ma'am. So, the rediscovery of India's glorious past prepared the ground for growth of the national spirit among the Indians, because the Indians came to know about the racial inferiority, and this touched their self-esteem to the bottom, and the Indiologists also discovered all about the eras of the golden age of Guptas, rich the brilliance of the Mughals, and the administrative wisdom of the Mauryas, and the revelations also instilled in the Indian feelings like national pride, arose self-esteem. They got a lot of confidence in themselves, and it inspired them to dream of a completely
completely new India, a free India. Okay, and you can also include the names of the two people who appreciated the pasts. Okay, the outsiders, the foreigners. Who was the foreigners who appreciated?
William Jones and Alexander Cunningham.
Yes.
James.
So you mentioned the names, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is, with reference to the rise of Indian nationalism, answer the following questions. Number one, what was the role of vernacular press and literature in the rise of Indian nationalism? What was the role of, one minute. Priyanshu, I think you can also answer this. This is very easy. What was the role of vernacular press?
Ma'am, the first point was that it spread modern ideas and national awareness among the Indians, and all the leaders, Indian leaders, used the press to criticize British policies and expose the evils of the foreign rule.
Yes.
And after that, they also encouraged and shared their ideas of democracy and responsible government with other Indians.
Yes. And Tansa, can you tell me how literature helped in the rise of nationalism? Which mediums did they use in literature?
The mediums that they used in literature that they used the vernacular press first spread modern ideas.
Novels.
Then national literature, it inspired the spirit of nationalism among the people. That there were novels, essays, and patriotic poems written by well-known authors that inspired the common people and gave rise to patriotic feelings. One of those poems were Vande Mataram, which they used to
written by who? Vande Mataram written by who?
By Bankim Chandra
Chattopadhyay. Okay, fine. Even if you give this one example, it's fine. Okay, how did the British economic policies led to the growth of Indian nationalism? What economic? Economic means related to money terms, right? What economic policies did they bring? And it again helped to the rise of nationalism. Who will tell this? Yes, Vivan.
Ma'am, the British economic policies led to the growth of Indian nationalism is as follows. Ma'am, modern transport and communication system, vernacular press and literature. Third point, ma'am, Western education and modern ideas.
Anybody else? Anybody else who would like to add to it? Economic policy. All right. So it is for 3 marks and he gave 3 subheadings, but you just do not give 3 subheadings. You need to justify also, give an explanation also along with it. Okay. Mention the discriminatory policies that were greatly resented by the Indian intellectuals. So here you are going to mention, 1 minute. Here you are going to mention which part, which policy?
Economic exploitation.
Discriminatory policies. So discrimination was done on the basis of what?
Ma'am, Ma'am, the Indians were, adopted social
Indian
and political.
intellectuals. See, they are talking about which was greatly resented by the Indian intellectuals. So, which bill was it?
Ma'am, Ilbert's bill.
Yes, Ilbert's bill, right? And it was related to racial. See, open that paragraph where the Indian intellectuals felt bad. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Got it, everyone? Marked it in your textbook?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Next is, in context to the Indian National Congress, answer the following question. I want Raj to answer this question now. Briefly discuss the Ilbert Bill controversy and show how it hastened the establishment of the Indian National Congress. Is Raj there in class?
A second.
Okay. Anybody else? Ilbert Bill controversy. This is there in the textbook. At least give the page number.
Ma'am, page number 127.
It is on page number 127. The entire paragraph you can write down in your own words. The entire bill controversy has been mentioned over there. And this bill controversy, because of this, now first half of the question, you will just explain the bill controversy. Second half of the question is telling you to show how it helped or hastened the establishment of Indian National Congress. So there's a second paragraph also next to this. Can you see the second paragraph?
Yes, ma'am. The racial arrogance paragraph.
Yes. So just mark that paragraph also, because that second paragraph answers the second half of the question, that because of this particular bill, the establishment of Indian National Congress took place. Clear?
Yes.
Next
ma'am.
is, what role did AOU play in the establishment of the Indian National Congress? What did he do for the establishment?
He formally established the Indian National Congress.
But then before that, you need to tell him who is he. Who was he?
He was a retired British officer.
Yes.
And
yes.
ma'am, his full name was Alan Octavian Hume, and he was a retired British official who had helped to establish the Indian National Congress, because even he thought that this was a lot of discrimination and domination happening with the Indians.
Very good here. Mention the aims of the Congress. This the first session aims, objectives it is given, right? It is already mentioned in point form in your textbook. Okay, Priyanshu is raising his hand. Yes, Priyanshu.
So the main aims of the Congress were to promote friendly relations among the nationalist workers in different parts of the country,
Yes.
and to develop and strengthen feelings of national unity throughout the country, to
Yes.
formulate popular demands and to place them before the government, and to train and organize public opinion in the country.
Yes. Got it, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
It is the answers are very easier to learn also. Okay, now this is a picture-based question. This picture is of a person who was dismissed from the Indian civil service by the British on flimsy ground. Identify the picture. Who was that?
Surendranath Banerjee. Surendranath Banerjee.
Okay. Name the conference that he held in 1883.
Indian National Congress.
And after 2 years,
Indian National Congress was formed.
Yes.
1885.
What was the outcome of this Congress? See, it is over here only. What was the outcome of this
The Congress was within 2 years. Indian National Congress was born.
was formed? Okay, and give the name of the year also. In the year 1885.
1885. December 1885.
Now the same question is repeated. What were the main aims of the Indian National Congress?
On that point question.
Yeah, what Priyanshu just gave the answer. It is already mentioned in point form in your textbooks, right? Write down all the points. I think there are 5 points or 4 points.
4.
4 points. Got it?
Yes.
Have you all got the answers, children?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Anything not understood?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay. That means everybody understood everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good. Good.